Hey, it's Piper with Poema Women's Success Coaching. Can you believe it? It's last day of 2019. I love this day of the year because it gives me the opportunity to recall and reflect on the year behind me, as well as to really focus my efforts on the year ahead. So I'd love to share with you my process, and I'm actually going to give you a quick little worksheet you can use to do this on your own. So, as I said, I've spent some of my time just recalling this past year, and it's been really interesting what I've learned. I hit a lot of the goals I set for last year, and I actually missed some pretty big ones. So, after I've gone through just reflecting, what have I done? What have I learned? Now I focus on 2020. So, this is what I do. I write down my goals. I write down my whoa goals, and I'll explain what those are. Then I go through my vision, my mission, and my value statement just to make sure I'm on track. And then I always define my year by one word. So let me tell you a little bit about that. So you can see on my whiteboard board, I've been working on these. So my goals, those are going to change over time. These are going to be the things that I want to achieve in the next year. You can see them up here. So I want to write 2 books. I have one already coming out in January. Well, in January like 15th. I want to have a thriving coaching practice. I'm bringing in 20 clients this year, which is pretty lofty for me. And I want 3 organizations as well that I can work with them in their organizational development. So those are some of my goals. Another really fun one is I am working so hard to increase the visibility of the ICF Georgia chapter. I love being an acting board member, and so that's one of my goals for this year as well. Now, whoa, goals are those kind of dreams and desires. Listen, maybe I won't hit them this year, but maybe I'll hit them in 3, 4, 5 years. Many times my whoa goals go into a journal because I like to go back and see what I've done over the years. But I put them up here for you. Do you see that one? A TEDx? No way, but I bet you I can do it. So some of those whoa goals, those are going to morph and change as your beliefs change or some of your goals in your career, your personal life. But these are the really big ones that just pull on your heartstrings and excite you because inevitably you're going to hit those hard times, those down times. And so those whoa goals are really going to inspire your heart. The next thing that I always do is each year I reflect on how the year went according to my vision, my mission, and my value statement. Then, if I need to, I tweak and morph it just a little bit. So you can see this up here. It's changed a bit this year just because I have changed what I do in coaching. So my vision is to empower every woman as a living masterpiece. The mission of Poema Women's Success Coaching is dedicated to delivering professional coaching to mid-level women and women-led organizations. This is through strategic design of their success masterpiece. I support individual and organizational growth through one-on-one coaching, development plans, while I also use my expertly crafted 6P process, and I accelerate organizational and executive growth through the 15 core competencies of global leadership. That's a lot to say, isn't it? Finally, I tweaked my value statement just a little bit more because I really wanted it to show to my clients what I'm here for. Number 1, integrity is at the core of who I am, in words, in actions, and my future steps. Number 2, I am worthy of trust. I will keep confidentiality at the core of who I am in my coaching practice. Excellence. I will continue to educate myself to stay on the cutting edge of the coaching profession. I will always be client focused. I will always give the clients every bit of my attention to their needs. And care. I am all about the well-being of my clients, and I will pursue it in everything we do. Finally, well, second to last, I have high standards. It's the way of my life, and I will pursue this in every single thing that I do. And lastly, respect. I will listen and respect to each client. Now, I'm also performance driven through the lens of a women's leadership success, and I am deliberate in the pursuit of empowering every woman as a living masterpiece. So think about your values. What leads you in your life? How do you want to define your vision and mission for 2020? This doesn't have to be professionally based. You can think about what you want to achieve in your personal life. Start with your values. What pulls at your heartstrings? Use those values to create a short, succinct vision statement. Remember what mine is? I want to empower every woman as a living masterpiece. Then you go into a more succinct mission statement. So finally, my word of the year, poema, of course. So if you don't know the story yet, poema came about 7 years ago. It's etched on my wrist right here. Poema is masterpiece, workmanship. And I really truly want to inspire in every woman that she is a masterpiece and she has the ultimate control in building up her leadership in her life, personally and professionally. This is why I dive into working with mid-level women leaders, because we kind of get lost in the middle. And I want to empower you to pursue your personal and professional goals. I also work with women-led organizations, and Poema is for them as well. A wonderfully run organization is a masterpiece. Everything works together. It's just like a beautiful piece of music. All the instruments are together, there's harmony, and it's just a wonderful thing. That's what poema is. So that's my word for this year. What's really interesting in my reflecting on last year's word was strength. And what's really interesting is that I didn't realize that I would be utilizing my word as much as I did in 2019. I had some pretty hard times in my first quarter of 2019. But I'm telling you, I held on to that word strength and it has propelled me forward. So, yeah, it's a word. But pick a word for you that also, along with those values, are going to pull on those heartstrings and just invigorate you to continue to move forward into 2020. So I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about my process going into the new year. I wish you the very best 2020. Be safe tonight and be sure to check out your worksheet so you can go ahead and start practicing this on your own. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'm Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching, and I will see you in the new year.